Hey folks, how you doing, guys? Let me continue the story. Last time we spoke about this historical part and the reasons why I made this song, made by giants. And then on this part, I'd like to talk about the beginning of the tour, Rock Mystery Tour, and I have chosen a city called Uzice in Serbia to do the tour, to start tour from there. And the reason for that is because this is my place where I was born, actually. And I spent my childhood actually nearby in the mountains in a place called Kremna. And that's, I was thinking like, okay, it would be nice to go in my, in the place where I was born, where I'm coming from, to do a gig and start this project from there. So basically, I was playing around Europe in Germany, and I just called up a friend of mine, Show Me Boy, who is in charge of city center, cultural center, and he has also a band called Highlanders. And we arranged for beginning of January 4th, to do a gig. On January 1st, I was in Switzerland, Interlaken, and I was playing there. So next morning, I had to take the train very early and need to go all the way down to Vienna. And from Vienna, I take a minibus and getting to Belgrade. And then next morning, I need to get to Užice because this is like additional 4 hours drive. So it was pretty tight. It's, if I miss the train, one train, basically I wouldn't make it, you know, for the gig, most likely. So I was a little scared that, you know, I was hoping that all trains gonna make it on time. So that's what is happened actually. So I made it down there like 20 hours drive, 20 hours with the train, and then minivan from Vienna to Belgrade, and this are all around like 20 hours. And then next morning I got a bus. It was an additional 4 hours, a little bit over 4 hours to get to Užice. Okay, Užice city in the west of Serbia, western Serbia, is close to now border with Bosnia, and is in a valley surrounded by mountain Stara from one side and Zlatibor from the other side. Actually, two like brother and sister, two big mountains. One mountain is very touristy, and it is also touristy, but it's much more wild, and with a lot of untouched nature, basically. And um, there's a river going to the city. It's called Jetinja. When you talk about borders, actually, these borders are very recent. Uh, when we were growing up as a kids, we lived in the same country. There's only one country called Yugoslavia, and everybody was together. Everybody was happy. We had same spirit keeping us all together. We had music. It was kind of very up to the trend. What was going on in world like US and Europe. Few very big rock bands, and a lot of similarities with mostly hard rock, mostly like Led Zeppelin type of style, music style, guitar kind of Jimmy Page like, that was main theme of the music in that time, like on national like level of the country. But we were growing up listening to a little bit different things. We were separated from this mainstream that we call mainstream, this type of bands. It was more alternative approach. It's not alternative like if you say the Beatles is not alternative, but for us was Beatles was kind of alternative approach. So I started with the Beatles, and then I was lucky enough to have really cool neighbors with a lot of records and a lot of knowledge about rock music. So one of the neighbors, his name is Gile, he, because we were kids, he was much older than us, and he would introduce Rolling Stones, The Kings, The Who, Animals, CCR, a lot of different things, Woodstock, everything. So that was music that we listened to basically when we were like 11, 12 years old. So it's normal if you listen to this type of music, you pick up guitar. Music wise, gig and whole repertoire is. I try to walk through different areas from the childhood, like what kind of music I was listening when I was kid, then move to New York and what's my New York influence in the music, and Europe and UK and all different places where I was playing. So try to get some kind of mix of everything and also put these songs that I have my songs that are related to the subject, rock mystery tour, especially like Made by Giants, and then I have an additional song. It's called King of Darkness. That's from Eastern Spirit album, and third song that's also related to the subject is called Silver Birds in Yellow Sky, also Eastern Spirit album. Yeah, it was funny that when I played the songs, very unique songs like Waterloo Sunset. I mean, respect Ray Davies and the Kings. Waterloo Sunset is one of the best songs ever. But if you play Waterloo Sunset somewhere in New York, a lot of people will know, a lot of people don't know the song. That's definitely right now because there's distance. But when I played this gig, everybody knew the song, and everybody was singing with me, so it was pretty fun. And a lot of other songs too. Yes, also doing that, Casey Jones and Shomi came and played Casey Jones with me. I think Grateful Dead is post hippie America, like post hippie spirits that keep America alive. That's Grateful Dead. But in Europe, Grateful Dead is only for real fans. I I'll try to keep this simple, more kind of freestyle at this point, and trying to develop it to the next level, and then we can get more musicians traveling a lot of different cities. So I try to keep it like very simple that I can go do it only with acoustic guitar, but also with the band situation that uh, will be like kind of workable, like from to travel from let's say New York to Cleveland or something like that, or hopefully do bigger tour around U.S. and Europe. So that's second part of the story, folks.